Puddles in the morning, puddles in the evening, puddles in the afternoon. Well, I'm a puddle boy and she's a puddle girl. The Puddles podcast is starting real soon.
All right, welcome to Puddles. It's your host, Andrew Collin, joined by my co-host,
Brenna LaRock. Welcome back, everybody.
It's good to be back. Crazy weekend we had. Just wild. We're just so wild.
Gosh.
We almost went out.
I was texting with Raina this weekend, and she's like posting all these photos. They're on tour. They're out on tour in like these sexy outfits. And she's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm sitting on our one chair that we have, just drinking wine, watching the fight. And I was like, just chilling and like having so much fun doing nothing and going to work, like our life is really boring. We almost went out.
Yeah, we did. Well, here's the thing. We have friends, but we don't have couple friends. It's hard to do that here in LA. We don't have one other couple that we're like, it's Thursday night, every 3 weeks, we're going to go out together and the girls are going to talk and you're going to walk down the street and the two girls walk in front about 7 feet and the two guys talk about football behind them. And we're like, oh, the Giants, huh? And the girls are like, I was at Reformation the other day. We don't really have that other couple to do that with. So
I love how
we're trying to find that couple, though. It's not easy to find a couple that you both.
Well, the other thing is, like, with us, it's like, what age is the couple? Because it's either like, are they my age or are they your
dying.
age?
Yeah.
Because that's a thing with us. Like, if you go out with two other people that are my age, Andrew's like, I don't want to go sit in a sports bar and drink beer all afternoon. And like, or I don't want to go because couples your age have kids and like mortgages and just like it's so different.
And mortgages.
Like
they do have mortgages.
They have mortgages.
Sometimes I forget that.
They like talk about putting their kids in school and I'm just like, what? We have to find a happy medium. We need like a 35-year-old couple.
Yeah, we need like two 35-year-olds that were single until about 6 months ago.
Should we put out like a
call?
No, like a Craigslist ad. It's like no sex, just laughs.
Yeah, I'm sure that won't be the creepiest fucking people on earth. It'll just be one creepy guy. He's like, oh, my wife didn't show up. Come on in the back of the alley. I got some snacks.
Those guys always they're balding, but they have really long hair that's like curly, but like a little mostly frizzy. Do you know?
Are you talking about me? You married that guy. It is funny, like, because we go to a gym and, I guess I'm extroverted at the gym. For some reason, I tend to meet people. And I met this one dude who I get along with. We were vibing. Then I met his girlfriend or his fiance, and we all get along. And I was like, Brenna, you got to meet. I'll like bring. It's almost like I'm like trying to set you up.
Yeah, that's so true.
And so this fucking guy, Nick, who's so nice and just doesn't remind me of like LA. He's just very like laid back. He's funny. And then his wife, I don't know, they're just like normal. It feels like people you would meet in St. Louis. They're just very chill, and there's no like, I don't know, there's just no like negative energy with them. And I introduced you. I brought you in. It's so funny when you
brought in a fourth.
Yeah, I was like, look, they're cool. You'll get along. Nick's good looking. He's got brown hair. He's got a good body. No, I'm kidding. But no, I'm saying though, like, and so I bring you in at the gym, and then you guys got along. You hit it off, don't you feel like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
I was so happy. I was like, finally, there's a couple.
I know. I feel like I can like normally see through a lot of people's bullshit, but I really liked her actually.
Yeah. So then we ended up being like, we got to do a couple date. We got to set it up. And I feel like when you're like in a small town, you all go to the same bar. I don't know. It's just like easier to just set things up like that for some reason. In LA, it just feels like you have to set it up 3 months in advance.
God, it's so annoying. But they live near us, and they wanted to hang out with us at a bar 30 minutes away in Silver Lake.
No, they live out there.
I thought they lived here.
No, they go to the gym. They drive.
I'm not gonna do that. I don't care about
I don't know how
enough.
close a couple has to be for us to be friends with you. I think the cutoff is around 20 minutes. That's the other thing with a small town. Everything's like 5 minutes away. Yeah, LA traffic. By the time you get there, you're so angry at driving through like GTA that it's like not even worth it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It takes a minute. But so they were like, "Oh, come watch the fight." We were gonna watch the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight, which was a fucking dud, and it was at 5 Central, and I didn't realize, dude. Thank God we didn't go. We flipped a coin.
We
flipped a coin to go, and it came up.
It came up that we had to go.
That we had to go.
And then we were like, we're not going.
Yeah. We're like, fuck you, quarter.
But no, flipping a coin is so good because then you find out what you're hoping for. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you do like best 2 of 3.
Yeah.
By the third one, you're like, oh, I hope it's this or something. Like, it kind of like convinces you to make a decision beforehand. Or if you get the answer and you're disappointed, then you're like, oh, I have my answer.
Also, why do I have to listen to a quarter? Just because I lost, like, it's between me and you,
dude.
No one else is witnessing this. We don't.
Growing up,
is it like bad karma?
But growing up, one of 4 siblings.
Yeah.
The quarter was law. That was the law of the land. Like the heads or tails, for everything. We would fight over like who gets to pick the TV or the show for the night. We used to fight over the silverware because we had 2 different types of silverware, and we would fight over who got like what fork or what spoon. Like, we were wild.
Did you go with heads or tails usually?
Well, I feel like tails always wins. I don't know if it's like the weight of the side or something, but I always went with heads. And I feel like I just always lost because it was either that or you're the youngest. If you're the youngest of 4, you never win.
Yeah, no one listens to the quarter.
Nobody cares.
So the quarter came up. I think it was heads, actually, 2 out of 3. And then we go, well, I guess fate is saying to go. And then we look at Google Maps, it's 33 minutes, and we're like, and then we realize that the fight actually doesn't start. Thank God we didn't go. Because if we went at 5, the fight didn't really go on until about 10 o'clock at night.
I literally would have gone home.
We would have gotten so drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Just because we couldn't just sit there in a dive bar. Who goes to a dive bar and gets a Diet Coke? A fucking little bitch. I couldn't. You can't sit in a dive bar and be like, actually, I just doing a water with lemon.
Yes, you can. Nobody really cares anymore. But nobody really, like, people don't drink as much as they used to.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I'm from the generation where.
Yeah, where you're a little pussy.
Yeah, you're a little pussy. A little bathtub gin.
Honestly, I think Diet Coke is just as bad for you specifically as it is alcohol because your skin always gets weird with Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Like, I can always tell what he's been drinking by, like, your nose.
Yeah. My nose tells the whole story. If you were a detective and you were like, I wonder who murdered Andrew's stomach. You just look at my nose. You're like, a Diet Coke, a little bit of tequila, no water, a cheeseburger, and Domino's pizza when I got home. And it's like, I could see it all. It all connects through the red.
All the capillaries. Your brother, during his like speech or toast speech, whatever, at our wedding, he mentioned something like, how he was talking about like ways I was good for you, and one of them was I cured your uncurable eczema or like dermatitis, and I was so honored. Like, it felt like I was receiving an esthetician award. Yeah, I was like, that's right, I did that.
Yeah, and then it went away last night after I had 3 Diet Cokes and Domino's. Yeah, I mean, the speeches were great. We never even talked about the speeches.
You know what? That reminds me when, like, the night before this is actually a funny story we've never told. The night before we got engaged, this was like last Thanksgiving. We were all at Andrew's brother's house.
In Raleigh.
Andrew went to bed early, and the rest of us were like downstairs. It was like, you or your mom, and then both of your brothers and their wives, I think, and then me. And I was like giving Sam, I was like putting stuff on his face because he was like, you need to help me like with my face. I was in school at this time.
Yeah,
No, it was like I just graduated school. And you and your brothers have like weird skin. You guys are special. Like somebody needs to study your skin. And I put the most gentle, like hydrating enzyme on his skin, and he immediately got like so red. And I was so sad because I like wasn't licensed yet. And I was like, fuck, I really fucked up.
Yeah, it was the one thing.
Your mom was like, I think you should take it off, honey. Like it looks really weird. I came upstairs at the end of the night. I woke up Andrew. I was having a panic attack, and I was like, everybody hates me. Like, I'm just so terrible. I just like was really in my head about that. And I was
what
like,
fucking serum did you use?
Yeah. And I was just like, what was I sad about? I think I just was like, I don't think I fit in, or I forget what it was. It was really.
Well, we also played Jeopardy right before that, and you.
Oh, and I'm so dumb. So
Yeah,
like,
you can't read.
And so like, it was really bad. And
well, it's hard because the pressure when you can't read or answer one question. Then you're like, well, I do have a skill that a lot of you don't.
It's so true.
Yeah.
And I think there was a lot of, like, anytime you travel, you get really weird, but there was a lot of pressure too because, like, Andrew wasn't there. So, like, Andrew is, like, my social buffer. It's, like, one of the reasons why I love him. I'm like, oh, I'm really nervous about this social situation, but if Andrew's there, it'll be fine. So anyways, you weren't there, so I had to wake you up crying, being like, also we're in your nephew's like car-shaped bed.
Yeah.
Like it was so dramatic. It was so dramatic, and I was like, this is just terrible. Andrew, the next day after he proposed, he was like, I so badly wanted to tell you that I was gonna propose to you, and like how excited everybody was and how much they loved you. Like, oh man, it was weird.
It would have been so funny if I was like, you fuck Sam's skin up. You're not. I gotta think about this. I go down to my mom. I go, look, Mom, you saw Sam's face. It is so red, and that's the only thing she can do. We saw her in Jeopardy. I think I'm gonna pawn the ring and find myself a grad student.
Dude,
well, a graduated grad student.
Somebody in a PhD program.
Yeah,
a dermatologist. I'm gonna find myself a dermatologist. Yeah, I was so bummed about that. Like I still kind of think about that sometimes.
It is hard when your one skill you don't do good. You know, I'm not saying you don't have one. I'm saying even for myself, like,
yeah,
you know, whatever it is, like I consider myself a good golfer, and so you put so much pride into something you can do. Or like when I fuck up in comedy, or if I can't think of like writing, like I've been writing jokes lately, and sometimes I can't. It just, my brain doesn't function, and I'm not good, and I'm like, my percentage, I'll knock it out of the park one joke out of, because I've been writing jokes for this Thursday Night Football for Nikki Glaser, whatever.
Nikki
Glaser, whatever. Nikki and she has these writers on the writing team that have all worked on late night television for years, like head writers. Like these people are like, it's essentially the Aaron Judge or the best, like the Tom Brady's of like these kind of late night kind of joke writing. And I'm like, well, I'm a great comedian, I'm a great joke writer, and then they're on the spot and they just have these like this way of doing the least amount of words, like the word economy. They could literally write a joke that's like 7 words with a twist, and then they're very good at like using pop culture or things from the past, these specifics where I would probably do more broad. They're able to like, and I'm starting to learn it and understand how they come up with the joke, and I could kind of mimic pretty much anyone's jokes. But like with you with the skincare, like my thing is writing jokes, and it's like that's my one thing that I am really talented at, and I'm around them. I'm like, I am.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I've ever written a joke before.
Yeah. I think
and it's hard. But like out of the jokes, I don't even know if she looks, but I got that we roasted Al Michaels, who's like this legendary broadcaster, and he turned 80, and she gave him like 19 jokes, and I got like 4 or 5 out of the 19,
Nice.
and there's like 8 or 9 writers, so I did good, but it still doesn't feel like I'm as talented. So it's just tough when you're like, this is my thing.
It's not about talent. It's about like the skill set. Because like there's a reason that you're a part of the team and like the way that your brain works. Do you know what I mean? Like even then, like you could put in a joke and some like one of them can like edit it to what you're talking about and like also look at it like you are there for a reason, but also it's a learning opportunity. Like it's a way for you to what's it, like tweak your craft or whatever.
For sure.
Perfect your craft. But you are really good at like one worded jokes. You're really good at that stuff. Like you do it all the time with me.
Yeah.
It's different when people are watching you. Like I gave my boss a facial one time and I was literally shaking. And I'm like, I do this all the time. It's just like, it's a lot of pressure that you put on yourself and you put these people on a pedestal. And it's like, well, they're the best at this. So like, then I'm all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm not good enough. You know, it's like this imposter syndrome.
And you're thinking everyone else is thinking that. Like they see through it.
Yeah.
Like all I think about is like, oh, he's just on the team because he was good friends with Nikki. Like part of that is in my mind. But then I'm like, but statistically speaking, like my jokes made it. So it's like I am good enough, but then you just constantly feel inadequate in a way. And I don't really know what to do with that. It's not I think what you're saying, I do try to approach it, you know, as people say like in jiu-jitsu, you approach it as a white belt, like you're constantly learning. You're never done learning. It's such a hard way to go through life though sometimes because you're like, oh no, I just want to be done. I like can I just be done with with whatever like this is? Like do I have to keep learning?
I know, it's so exhausting. Also, we're both in professions where it's like, I mean most professions, but where it's just like you kind of have to keep improving, right? Like you have to have these qualifications and like this resume of like, well, I know how to do this and this, and I've done this and this. Like I don't know, it's just
I know that's why when my buddy Danny offered me a job yesterday to drive a truck and just move supplies, I'm like
for $100K a year.
Yeah. I mean, plus benefits
plus a 5% 401k match. Yeah.
What is that? Oh, like
they match 5% of whatever you put into your 401k every week or every,
is that what he said?
With every paycheck. Yeah. What is that?
So what? So you
you can't see it, but there's a tear rolling down my cheek right now.
So wait, so like let's say they pay you $2,000 a week, whatever.
You choose how much you want to put into your 401k. It's a set amount.
And then that number has interest for when you retire.
And then the company matches a percentage of that.
5% of that.
So if you put in $200 or $100,
they'd put in $5.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Damn. Just to drive a truck. That's what I'm saying. Like there's jobs out there where it's like,
dude, blue collar is fucking where it's at now. I'm telling you what.
Have you ever seen Office Space?
No.
So he has like literally an office job, and these 2 guys come in to fire everyone, and they don't fire this guy. And the more he acts like an asshole, the more raises he gets.
Yeah.
Weird. His whole thing is like, I'm so tired of this fucking bullshit and having to like, you know, this like office bullshit where if you just get paid for, I moved this rock to right here. Here's $20. There's no like thought to it. It's just like, get the fucking shit done. And I think when you have jobs where you constantly have to continue learning, it's like, I don't need to continue learning now to put something in a truck. I mean, yes, there are ways, there are little things where, but part of me is like, this sounds like the dream job. You're learning. Like,
you have like a pulley system coming off the back of your truck. Dude, you perfect it.
Yeah. No, there are. You know what though? I did work in lean manufacturing, and I worked in factories for my brother, and there are ways. If you really want to be as efficient as possible.
Yeah, those are the engineers though. Those aren't the factory workers being like, listen, I have a presentation for you.
Yeah. No, presentations suck. I don't want to be a presenter. Like, it's so much pressure. I just want to be the guy that brings the computer to the guy. I'm fine with
that.
An assistant? If you pay me good, dude.
I would love to be a celebrity assistant. Like, I'm like,
no,
fuck
you
yeah.
don't. No, you
what?
don't.
Are you joking?
That's not what
I'm talking
about.
Not the kind that like we know about, because that's just too much. But like, I'm just saying, like, let me pick up your dry cleaning and just like grocery shop for you.
You don't want to do a celebrity. You want to do that for an air conditioning company where the guy is not a diva or a narcissist.
True.
You just want to literally move. Like, he's like, oh, he goes, yeah, you just work 2 hours a day. I'll give you for 8 hours. I'm like, he's like, yeah. And then the rest of the day, you just play cards with the guys. Like, literally, and he's like, oh, and then you get, what is it? Not shrapnel. What? The fucking, the wire.
A 401k?
The copper and stuff.
Huh?
The sharp. It starts with an S.
Wait.
Scrap. Yeah. Scrap. The scrap? No.
Scrap? Like you scrap parts?
Yeah.
Like, so scrap.
I might have just lost the job.
Strap
metal? Strap metal.
Scrap metal?
Scrap metal?
Like you go and scrap metals? Yes, it's scrap. Like you go scrap metals for them, you mean?
Scrap. Egg on my head.
Guys, this is my man. That's him.
So you take the scrap and
shrapnel.
Huh? No, it's not that. I don't think it is that.
He's just talking about scrapping parts. That's what
shrapnel is a military term for a projectile or piece
No.
No.
Like pieces of
Melanie,
no,
you're just
Melanie,
No. No.
Also, your mic's not on, Mel. We can't.
It's on. It's just on 3, so no one hears the laugh. I know. Everyone misses it. Also, Brenna got called a cunt. Anyhow, so
on my wedding photos.
But yeah, so you could take this. You could take the strap metal.
So Melanie's obnoxious. I'm a cunt. We knew this already, you guys. Thank you for establishing that. Thank you for listening. Thank you for commenting and like really just pushing up those numbers. Whether you hate us or love us, you're still a fan.
Damn. Yeah. But I could take the scrap and I can sell it as well, and I can make another 50 grand. So I can make 150 G's driving a truck. I mean, I might be doing. I don't know. The more I say it out loud,
dude. Then I go, Danny. My problem is, we talked about this last week on our Patreon. Actually, we fought about it. Sorry, Tom Hall. But I said, I'm not going to move to a red state if you want, like, if we're going to have kids, whatever. And so I told Danny that when he was telling us about these jobs that he has for us in Florida. And I was like, Danny, I can't, like, I'm of childbearing age. We're not doing that. And he goes, don't worry about that. We'll find somebody to help you out. Don't worry.
Yeah,
that's not going to happen to you. You'll be fine.
You'll be fine. I know a guy. He's got a guy for everything.
But you know what's so terrible about it is he was like, so are people, this just tells you where people are at in Florida. He's like, are people really bleeding out and dying from this? Like, is this actually a problem? I was like, he's like, or are these all just made up stories? I was like, okay, so that's how you know people. Well, we already all know this, but like you see what you want to see. Like you pick the news you see or like the media that you see.
Yeah.
Right? Like.
But he does have a guy. So we could, you go down to the end of the dock. They'll take care of you. They'll just be a doctor down there underwater in scuba gear in Florida, riding a little manatee, and he comes up and you just throw your vagina down there. You abort you real quick. It's all underwater, so you don't feel anything. It's kind of cool down there in Florida.
Yeah, like the manatee kills me. Is that what you mean?
No, there's a man on top of the man. He's the doctor.
What does he abort me with?
Uh-huh.
What's he use?
He's got utensils. Scrap metal. That's where I sell
that's the black market scrapple that you're talking about. Making $50K off of abortion in Florida. Black market.
These kind of people down in Florida, they got a guy for everything.
No, that's so true.
You want oysters when it's not seasoned? They got you. You want You want a hunting license and you got to shoot a deer and it's not season, they got you. You got to get an abortion, it's not in season, they got you. You know? I wouldn't, yeah, I don't know. It is kind of funny to think about doing a job like that, but I drove a truck at one point, but that was in Brooklyn or in New York City, and that's a whole other. Like this job is literally like smoke a joint, drive around for an hour in a small town, no traffic, long traffic lights, but
they're so long. I keep seeing these TikTok videos. I'm on like blue collar worker TikTok right now, where the wives of the blue collar workers, and they're like,
"Oh, you're looking at me as blue collar." Dude, I'm fucking dude.
No, we're not blue collar. We're poverty. There's a difference. Yeah. And so, no, we were like, I was looking like, these wives get up and they're like, make my blue collar husband's lunch with me, and they get up at like 3 a.m. and just make the best sandwich, like the best lunch box, whatever. I don't know. I lost my train of thought. But I don't know. They put the little Doritos in the sandwich bag. Then they wrap up the sandwiches in tinfoil. And then they make them. Oh, I saw this girl. She laid down she crushed up graham crackers, laid down a layer of yogurt, and then a little raspberry jelly on top. Delicious. Genius.
It's the best, dude. What a life. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You just
and then
pack me a lunch. I never gotten a fucking lunch from you.
I know. And then your husband leaves, you kiss him goodbye. You clean up the house a little bit. Kids get up, get them ready for school, drop them off. And then you got the day to yourself. That sounds pretty great to me.
Literally your whole job was just making a little turkey sandwich.
You just take care of everybody.
Oh. Hey, look, I don't know if I'm against it. This is all sounding like paradise, boy. You know, I wake up, you give me my little He-Man lunch pail. I got a fucking turkey and cheese with a white American cheese, a little mayo, a little mustard on white bread. You give me a little nacho Doritos, which would be fucking sick. Then I get a little Jello, like a little pudding. You give me a little pudding. And then you throw a little Gatorade Zero in there, and then you give me an extra Gatorade Zero.
The mini Gatorade Zeros. They're better. They're better in the.
Or maybe Gatorade in a can. Oh, that was, something like that. And then I go off on my way, and then you go, "Hey, babe, got one more little extra thing for you," and you give me a kiss.
Aww.
Yeah, and then a blowjob, and then I go, and then I go to work
with the Vibes Only blow gel, which is delicious, by the way.
I go to Brenna.
Tastes so fucking good.
I go to Brenna and go, we're gonna, that Vibes blowjob gel really is.
Dude,
good.
It tastes so good.
From what I hear,
I love getting blowjobs or giving them, not getting them.
Also, that toy, once you figured out that toy, it's honestly the best. The Reina toy is the best toy ever.
Yeah, like I think it was weird with like when we were having sex, but when I figured out that it's a 2-in-1 and I just went solo, dude, it did some wonders for me.
And the suction is really strong. You just need like really strong. You know?
Yeah. I just like have my clit's dead. That's my problem.
Yeah, it's your dead clit.
It's my dead clit.
The product is great, but you have a clit that died 4 years ago.
Yeah, when we started dating, it's sad. It's inverted.
Yeah, got hit with strap metal. But yeah, no, the Rain is unbelievable. What a product.
Yeah, it's good for when you go out of town.
Yeah, check it out at vibesonly.com. They're such nice people too, and we really love them. And everyone that came to our wedding is just fantastic too.
Oh my God, they're the best. And one of my favorite parts about our wedding was when we had like a 4-hour welcome party the night before, and we got to talk to everybody and just like I didn't even barely see you that night, so that's why it was nice to like get that out of the way so we could hang out just like you and I and share memories on our wedding night.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah.
And then when you talk shit about people that come to our wedding, they fucking love it. Those are like our kind of friends.
They wouldn't have been invited to our wedding if they don't appreciate a little, like, if you can't shoot the shit with your friends and they can laugh about it, what are you doing? You got to get different friends.
So true.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back to Puddles.
Welcome to Puddles.
Yeah, we were just talking. The best part I loved about this whole thing too, about the whole me getting a blue collar job and being a tough man, is I go to Brenna, I go, I'll get $100,000 plus benefits and whatever, and then we could have a kid. She's like, we can't have no kid with only $100,000, and I was like, bitch, what do you think I'm making now? I was like, in Florida, $100,000, that kid would have his own fucking yacht. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Oh man, it was so funny. We can't do it on that amount. I was like,
I'm not having a kid with only $100,000.
You're crazy.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, you're crazy.
You people. We don't have to get. I
Yeah,
shouldn't
but
even
we're
brought it
not
up.
people.
Huh?
I don't wanna live like that.
We are living way below that.
Yeah, but that's why we don't have a kid.
Oh my God. Ridiculous sometimes. Anyhow. All right. We got questions.
Babe, never mind.
What?
Never mind. I'll talk to you about it in private.
I don't want to do that. If it ain't public, I don't. I'm just going to sit in silence. Watch football. Because I don't want to talk about that. Because do you really think that this?
Okay, you know.
Yeah.
Just fucking read your question.
After we get off, do you really think? That? All right. Okay, we're gonna do a speed round. With
Okay,
these.
do we want to answer these? Two?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay.
And then you go, I'll go. I probably have more
Just
here.
read.
Okay, where are you living now? Los Angeles. You go.
Your roller.
Oh, these are questions from fans, by the way.
What would you do if someone farted while eating them out? Stop, continue, acknowledge it, or ignore?
I would. It depends how long I've been dating them. If it was you, I would die laughing and then throw up a little bit. But if it was someone I didn't know, I would probably ignore it because I would be too.
That's really mean.
No, it shows how connected we are.
No.
What would you do if you were blowing me? I farted.
Literally smack you and not give you a blowjob. I wouldn't finish you off.
Okay, what would you do if it was a guy that
Literally,
didn't-
I would leave. I would leave if somebody I didn't know farted in my face while I was giving them a blowjob. No, that's so fucked up.
That's what I pretty much said.
That's not what you said. You literally said you'd be happy to continue going down on somebody
No.
you don't know.
I didn't say happy.
Okay, ignoring it and continuing is enough.
I would be crying the whole time.
Well, you'd have to go down on somebody first to get in that situation. Next question, rapid fire.
Maybe they were right on the internet. Have your neighbors ever called the police when you guys were having one of your epic fights?
Epic fights. What? Is that Tom Hall?
Yeah.
It is.
It is.
Fucking Tom.
Dude, I had someone write me. I wonder, after seeing our Patreon where we fought about red states and moving to Florida, they go, I hope Tom's all right.
Yeah.
We have one listener named Tom who hates when we fight. So I don't know if you're talking about one of our epic fights on the pod or in life, but
We've only had, whoa, sorry, my mic is way turned up. We've only had like one epic fight, and it was when we first moved in together in St. Louis.
oh,
When
wow, I guess we see the world different. You feel like we've only had one I mean, that one was epic.
It was very-
if that's what you
it was
consider
insane.
epic.
I lost my mind. I literally was like, oh, actually, and then when we moved to Los Angeles, we had a really bad fight.
Yeah. The one in St. Louis was insane.
Yeah.
You were like poltergeist. You seemed like an exorcist or whatever. Your head was spinning.
Yeah, but you disengage so much that it's so infuriating. Like you bring
Who wouldn't
you
disengage
stonewall-
from a fucking demon? What do you want me to do? Hey, demon. Hey, demon. Thanks for fucking slamming the door and breaking it, demon. Sorry. I know I'm engaged. And you wanted to call the cops on me that night.
No, you go, am I gonna have to call the cops? And I go, call the cops. Call the cops. And now we always say that. It's been a running inside joke in our relationship. I always go, call the cops. It's so insane. Yeah, we haven't fought like that ever since then.
Dude, that was you call the cops.
Call the cops.
Call the cops.
You go, I'm gonna have to call the cops. I go, call the cops.
It was a good move.
It was a good move.
I mean, no man can go. I'm scared of her, sir. She's a fucking demon.
I'm like, you bitch, call the fucking cops.
I'm like, dude, I think I'm worried about I'm worried for the cops. They'll dig and they won't engage with you either. They'd be like, sir, we get it. They'd sit me down. They're like, we get it.
Oh, God.
She's a little much, ain't she? She's a little firecracker. And I'm like, yes, officer. I'm scared.
Yes, officer.
He's like, have you tried engaging
with the demon?
You're over
I'm
there.
just in the corner,
and,
like
handcuffs, just like. I never didn't engage with me. It's like, oh God. Oh, she seems cool. She seems chill. You call the cops.
All right.
Oh wow, that was rapid fire.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tom Hall. To answer your question, no, they've never called the cops, but there have been fights in this little apartment where I think they've definitely heard, and we get looks, at least in my mind.
No, we don't really fight.
Okay. Not epic.
I think not epic.
Help me, people. Help me.
All right, shut up.
See?
Um,
I'm scared. All right, what we got? Next question. Don't even think about it.
What would you do for work if you couldn't do what you do now? Both of
Drive
you?
that fucking truck. But apparently it's not enough money for Brenna. But I would drive that truck. It'd be awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Just get that shrapple. What would you do?
Save animals. Rescue animals.
Bullshit. We went to a shelter. You
Not any gross ones, just cute ones. I would just help the cute
just
ones.
the cute shelter dogs.
Yeah, no.
That's hilarious. I only will help
no,
full purebred
I don't
dogs.
mean I mean like literally go out and rescue them, like go like
Yeah,
from
no, actually that's
bad situations and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, that would be cool.
Or like
Is that a job? I guess people
Yeah.
do that for a job.
mhm.
You would get the fucking metal thing, and like if they were like rabid, you would.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because they're just scared.
Yeah. How will you split grocery shopping?
Andrew pays and I pick out the stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. We've been making a lot of chilies lately.
Oh my God, so many chilies. I've made 3 chilies in the last week. Yeah.
I love a porridge, you know, or a.
That's what it's called when you're poor, is porridge.
yeah, porridge. What's the other
I made white chicken chili.
a stew? I love a
I
stew.
made tomato soup, and then I made like a red tomato based chili with like beans, corn, and turkey.
Yeah, it was yummy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so really it's just I pay. But now we have a joint account, which I try to hit up as much as possible. All right, what's next?
Your turn.
Oh, no, that was me.
No, it wasn't. I literally asked, what would you do for work?
How will you split grocery
Just
shopping?
go. Just go. What is the most embarrassing thing that has happened to you guys as a couple, not robbery?
Embarrassing? I love that they're considering you running into that pole.
As embarrassing. As
Have
have we ever been caught doing something?
No, I'm trying. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of something embarrassing.
Maybe the neighbors hearing us fight.
I guess chasing Mango that first day we moved to LA and like running around.
Oh my God, yes. Seeing Andrew scamper around,
That
like
was
running
embarrassing.
fast around corners looking for Mango, that gave me the ick.
Yeah,
And he was like, Mango! And just like running like a little video game player. It was so icky.
then you had a random couple like looking for him. It was all embarrassing.
Yeah, it was really embarrassing.
All right. Did anything surprise you about seeing Taylor Swift in concert? I asked you.
No, you answer.
Did anything surprise me? I was surprised with how insanely organized and like I mean, It's not just a concert. It's like a whole visual experience where every song is like queued up with a dance and then somehow like audience participation with like coloring and lighting. And she's just a fucking machine. The only thing that did surprise me is how long it is, where I just don't know how she does it for 3.5 hours, 3 times a weekend or whatever. I mean, it's insane.
Yeah. We were like, maybe there are multiple Taylor Swifts.
Yeah,
but
I was thinking, some AI.
I think what surprised me the most was probably, and Nikki said this would happen, is like, you'd think you don't like really care about a song, but then when you see her perform it and just like, it just makes you love it in a different way. Like, you're like, wait, I actually do like that song.
Yeah. I think,
I thought it was going to be more emotional. But I think I was emotionally fried from the day before that I was just like happy to sing along.
Yeah, anything you do the day after your wedding that is pretty emotional it'd be weird if it was if you got really sad the next day about anything, you know.
Mm-hmm.
In retrospect. What else? What do you got?
Nothing good.
Would you rather get attacked by a shark or a crocodile?
Oh my God. That reminds me, I have this whole thing on Reddit I wanted to talk about. I've started following this new, we could talk about it later, but I just started, you guys should look at it if you're into like different Reddit groups. It's called Hypothetical Situation. People give you these hypothetical situations and have like rules, and you have to, it's so good. I should read one. I saved a few for us.
Well, I just read one.
A crocodile or a shark? Probably a crocodile, because I would hate to have to try to get away in water. I'm a really bad swimmer, so that would be like really stressful for me.
Where do you think crocodiles attack you?
Well, sometimes they crawl up and run at you, right?
Yeah, but most of the attacks are in water.
Well, I feel like it's like different. It's like more shallow water, and like you're never just like swimming in a swamp with crocodiles. Like, it's like it's different. I don't want to be in an ocean.
Well, here's the thing with crocodiles is they don't. A lot of times they'll bite you and then they drag you to the bottom of they drown you first.
Holy shit!
Like they fuck with you. With sharks, they don't really.
They just want to like bite. They're like,
yeah.
Give me that arm. Yum.
It's quick. It's to the point. Crocodiles are like,
well, this is a game.
Yeah, it's also mental.
Whoa, that's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, crocodiles are more scary to look at, I think, because they're so prehistoric looking. There's just nothing else that looks like them. Like sharks sharks do too, but you know, there's orca whales, there's dolphins, there's whales. There's so many things that look like sharks, so it's a little bit more normalized.
Yeah, dude. Fucking crocodiles and alligators' mouths. Like some people have them as pets. I feel so bad for an alligator or crocodile sometimes because they can't just like nibble on something.
They have to commit.
Like it's either chomp, like they can't like chew on gum.
Yeah.
You know,
they'd lose it,
dude. The gum would be fucking out. Like it would just. I don't even know if they have water. I don't know if they have a tongue. I don't know what goes on in there. I just feel bad for them because it's either all chomp, you know,
right?
Like you could not like put your hand inside an alligator's mouth. Just saying that's how you know how annoying it must be for them. I guess sharks are that way too. I don't see them nibbling, but anyhow. All right. That was fun.
Wait, there's no more?
No, there are. I just don't know where we're at. 1 more minute. Okay. People want to know what happened to the other cat we were feeding.
Okay, so we haven't seen it because the window that we could see it in is like it's just always closed now. But we see cat food bags in the trash that we share. So she still has the cat. Mm-hmm.
Damn, their place isn't that big either. So you would think we would have saw it in the window.
Nah, they probably know we're
You
creeps.
think it's still back there? I didn't think that.
No, I see cat food bags in the trash all the time.
I didn't know you were
throwing away the trash.
Well, that's never happened. But being a detective like that.
Yeah.
I would have thought I would have noticed. Wow, I guess they still have it.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. that means they know they're doing something bad.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as those signs went up, that window shade went down.
They really just waited it out. I think
Mhm.
the woman just probably gave up.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, I wonder if the reward.
I know, we're like, so
we've known for like 9 months. Like at this point, we're accomplices.
we're just, yeah, we are. No, we're not. It's not our business.
I could use that 500.
I
though.
know.
All right, that's been the show. Thank you for listening.
Thanks, everybody.
Check out our Patreon, Puddles with Andrew and Brenna. Please support the show. It's what pays for the show. And yeah.
And all of our chili.
And all
Our porridge.
Our porridge. Our porridge.
Bye, guys.
Puddles, 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 puddles. Everybody now puddles, puddles. Everybody get up because you get down and then everyone will come over here.